What's up, guys? Back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's poppin', guys? How you living out there?
Lost in Vegas coming back at you. Another unbiased real reaction.
That's right, man. Shout out to our free thinkers, of course.
Yeah, another Lupe Fiasco song.
That's right, man.
King Nas.
Yep, we're doing King Nas. Another joint off the Drogas Wave album, man. And this is another big request from you guys.
Man.
You guys said that this was fire. It looks like this one is about his nephews, I guess. It's dedicated to his nephews, so we have that that sort of context going into this song. So let's get into it, man. Lupe Fiasco, King Nas.
I like that group.
Ghetto mythologies colonize my mind constantly to shine sonically in the shy divine comedy. I vibe consciously to override suicide inside, honestly, cause they don't wanna honor me in honesty. Black king, poetic with Nat King's aesthetic. Half dream, half machine where the black queens get naked for $1 from a scholar like me. Not at all bother with what a side might say. Flipping 1,000 grams get dissolved in the kitchen. Heart wrenching pop play took away from my ascension. Crooked ways, broken call lookaways from Tookin' J's. But it's too late for your prevention, cause I'm playing my position of the man now.
Yeah, this is right here.
The drums sound like it ain't hard to tell to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And when he said Black King poetic with Nat King's aesthetic, which is fire.
Yeah.
Nas said something like that, King poetic, too much flavor or something like that off of Illmatic as well. So that was like kind of a Nas reference. So I think this is sort of a double entendre in itself, right? It's dedicated to his nephews, but it's also the flow and the cadence and some of the beat pattern and everything is inspired by Nas, I think is what it is. But let's get into it. He said, ghetto mythologies colonize my mind constantly to shine sonically in the shy divine comedy. I vibe consciously to override suicide inside. Honestly, because they don't want to honor me in honesty. So to shine sonically in the shy divine comedy, it's almost like it takes so much to shine, right? With real content.
With all the daily stuff that's going on in Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Whether it be with the killings or even just in the music climate in Chicago as well. So he says he vibes consciously to override suicide inside. Because honestly, they don't want to honor me. And Lupe doesn't get the recognition. Lupe is someone that puts an incredible amount of attention and detail and heart and soul into his craft, man. And it's got to be frustrating to not get your just due. So he's saying like he's probably had suicidal thoughts as a result of that, is what it seems like. Then the half dream, half machine with black queens get naked. I think you can kind of even add a Nas reference in there. Half man, half amazing, half dream, half machine. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a stretch. Then he also said down here, not at all bothered what an outsider might see. Flipping. 1,000 grams get dissolved in the kitchen, heart-wrenching, part play took away from my ascension. Crooked ways brought from car lookaways from Tookin' J's. But it's too late for your prevention because I'm playing my position. So the way I'm looking at that, man, is that Lupe, I know, was in the streets. A lot of people don't know that. Like, Lupe was in the streets associated with street dudes. So what I think he's saying is, man, his dealings in the streets, man, took away. It stunted his growth. It stunted him. It stunted his ascension, right? It was something that he was involved in that really took away from his evolution as a man.
And his musical ascension probably took a hit. Because of that. You know?
And just his musical ascension, his ascension as a man and evolving into someone who's conscious and understanding of the world around him was stunted by this environment that he grew up in, right? And just some of the activities and some of the things that he was involved in. I think is what he's saying. We could be wrong. We're just taking a stab at it, guys. So, love the beat. Love the Nas cadence and the flow.
Me too.
Fire. Let's keep it going.
I'm the man. Killer friends, dope dealers, concealing sins, sending swim in my trunk like jumps in deeper ends. We the gems, your daughter will teach her hymns from the annals of crime channels that dismantle her once for weaker men.
He's losing it.
So he started this off by saying, killer friends, dope dealers, concealing sins, sin and swim in my trunk. Like jumps in deeper ends, trunk, swim trunks. But what he's saying is sin in his trunk, like drugs in his trunk. We the gems. Your daughter will teach her hymns from the annals of crime channels that dismantle her wants for weaker men. Yo, that is crazy. I'm gonna take a stab at this because I could be wrong. I'm gonna keep saying that with Lupe. I could be wrong. You can interpret this shit so many different ways. But to me, I think in the hood, dope dealers are looked at as the alphas. They're looked at as the alpha males, right?
Yep.
Women are attracted to dope dealers. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know why? Because they have money.
Power.
They
can get you touched.
Which means, what does that mean for a woman? That means security. She feels safe. They have a bravado. They have a confidence about them, right?
Yep.
Everybody looks up to them. It is what it is. It's a distorted reality, but it's a reality. So when he says, we're the gems, we are the diamonds in the rough.
Yep.
You know, your daughter will teach her hymns, right?
It's crazy.
Ghetto principles, right? From the annals of crime channels that dismantle her wants for weaker men. Beta males.
Yep.
Right? It's a distorted reality.
Yeah,
Not saying that women should want these guys, but they're the gems in the hood. They're the diamonds in the rough because everyone else is poor. You know what I'm saying? Struggling. These guys are making money, and wealth, regardless of how people come into wealth, is always going to be admired.
Attractive. It's going to be attractive because you want to be taken care of.
Right.
I think everyone wants to live a good life.
Right.
And they see a good life with these guys.
Right. And now we're talking about just our primal wiring. You know, women want strength and protection and security.
Yep.
Right? In today's world, security as in money and security as in a man physically that can protect her. And all, that's what these guys represent. That's just what it is.
Yep.
So weaker men being the beta males, the dudes that's the squares, that's not in the life.
Exactly.
So that's what you see in these environments, right? In the hood, in Chicago, and in all these, in every hood. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope. I think if we got that right. So I think he's just essentially giving his nephews a roadmap on what to expect, you know what I mean, in these environments and what to look out for.
Right.
You know, I mean, this is something they can reflect on. They can see kind of what he faced, and
so just look out for the potential pitfalls, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's keep it going.
That dismantle her wants for weaker men, send her back. A living unfilling trap. With no religion but brimming with brilliant facts. So we map cast distorted role of a lady. With no control, let her go whole on a baby. I wanna see it all, never half asleep. Some niggas can't see the walls cause of the masterpiece. My dad a breach like hacker leaks, delete the McAfees and slam the back doors in back of me. Social engineer peers stare to give a chat to me. Happily actually activated off accolades in my apogee and act yakety, then deeply speak it back to me. To move it further, we can have a junta or a jerga. I smurf it and spoof the server, reboot and produce a cursor. I'm a man.
Dude, God.
Should have ate my Wheaties.
Golly. We know religion, but we're brimming with brilliant facts.
Yeah, that was hard too.
I know right from wrong, right? You know, but this is the harsh reality, right? This is the facts of the streets,
That's right.
And I'm trying to put you on game.
I think also when he says brilliant facts, I think he also means street smarts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We understand, like Ryan was saying, we understand right from wrong. We understand religion, but this is our reality.
Yep.
So we have to, in order to navigate this reality, you know what I mean, you have to develop a certain level of street smarts.
Absolutely.
Right? That's the way I'm looking at it. So going back up here when he said, you know, your daughter will teach her hymns from the annals of crime channels that dismantle her wants for weaker men, right? We Matt cast distorted role of a lady.
Yep.
Right? These guys, these people in the hood, man, there's a distorted or sort of warped view of what a lady is, right? Even women have a distorted view of who they are in their
themselves.
Work, themselves. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I think that's what he's saying there. And right here, man, when he went into this sort of computer virus scheme, this is when he left Earth.
And the Pkwy and all that, yep.
He said, I want to see it all. Never half asleep, some niggas can't see the walls.
Yeah.
Because of the masterpiece, my data breached like hacker leaks, delete the McAfees, and slam the back doors in back of me. What?
Yeah.
So he said, I want to see it all. Never half asleep, some niggas can't see the walls. So what he's talking about, obviously this is a double meaning.
Yep.
I want to see it all. Never half asleep, some niggas can't see the walls. The firewalls.
Yep.
Right? But also the walls, sort of, that's the barricades in life. The barricades that are preventing these guys trapped in the hood with this certain mentality from ascending. They can't see the walls. Because of the masterpiece, my data breached like hacker leaks. So he's a hacker, right? Mm-hmm. He's breaching the McAfees. He's getting past the McAfees. That's putting the walls up. He's breaching the firewall.
Yep.
He's hacking it.
And he's changing the world because he's delete the McAfees and slam the back doors in back of me, right? You know what I'm saying? He's like, so you can't even follow me.
Yeah.
I'm a freak of nature, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I think he's kind of saying he's seeing the whole picture too, because you know the term you got to stay woke. You know what I mean? I want to see it all. Never half asleep. Some niggas can't see the walls. I think that's kind of what he's saying.
That's right.
Like, you know, I'm never sleeping on anything.
Never
you know what I'm saying?
And his masterpiece, he could be talking about his music, his consciousness. It sort of allowed him to breach the wall, allowed him to overcome the walls that stop a lot of people in the hood, in the ghetto from ascending, right? And then he finishes it up by saying, social engineer peers stare at it, give it chat to me happily, actually activated off accolades of my apogee. So what I think he's saying there is that it's almost like his work and his consciousness, he wants to inspire people, right? He wants to social engineer. He wants to make change.
Yeah.
He wants his peers to be inspired by his work so that they can also ascend, right? And actually they're activated off his accolades. They're inspired by his work. They're inspired by his material. So much so that they speak it back to him. It's almost like they recite it.
Yeah.
Right? They speak it back to him. The inspiration then moves towards them creating a junta. A junta is like a
following.
Yeah, like an army, something like that, so that, they can rise up, right, and create change. I think is what he's saying essentially with this crazy ass scheme. But that was insane.
And his flow was crazy too.
Lupe is a man that wants to see the people, the people where he comes from.
Yeah.
He wants to see them ascend, right? He wants to be an inspiration. He wants people to rise up and get out of take their blinders off. Yep. Right, and get out of this sort of cycle, of maybe failure. You know what I mean? He wants them to succeed, and this is sort of the he's the hacker, he's the one, he's Neo. Yeah. He's the one that's trying to get people out of the matrix, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I think that's how we're defining it. We could be wrong. Yep. Okay, we're just taking a shot at it. So, fire. Let's keep it going.
I smurf it and spoof the server, reboot and produce a cursor. I'm a man now. I'm the man now. I'm the man now. If you the man, let me see your fucking hands down. Not the man to keep your motherfucking hands down. Let
me see your hands down.
Denied a service and a little blue from the boycott. Advertised rum space available on my toy box, but no sleeping on me. Dig deeper than reaching shorty. Scheme for giant green, getting cream sweeter than being corny. Know the difference between being in love and being horny, being hated, being human, being a teen, but being 40. They like to get them young, like I'm Brigham's son. Be more man in my attitudes. No ladder, rather have a youth like the OGs pulling benzos out. They make them put they pussies out like Fred Flintstone's house. Blacker than the back of Fred Flintstone mouth. Or maybe more like Baba Quasey, take the Timbo route to be a man now. I'm the man now.
That was hot. I mean, the chorus is "I'm a man now."
Yeah.
And I think that's just trying to inspire people to grow up and be men.
Exactly.
Because in here he's saying specifically, know the difference between being in love and being horny.
Yep.
Being hated, being human, being a teen, but being 40.
Yep.
Right? And the chorus is saying I'm a man now, to become an evolved man. But that's real though. Know the difference between being a teen and being 40. There's a lot of dudes that's 40 years old that act like they're teenagers.
That's so true.
Especially from where we come from. There's a lot of people that's in their second childhood. Like Nas said. Shout out to Nas. Check out that song, Second Childhood by Nas. So I think that's what he means by that.
Scheme for giant green. Getting cream sweeter than being corny. And then that's when you went into the, the difference between being in love and being horny. But I don't even know if they have Jolly Green Giant, like, not produce, but the vegetables, I don't even know if they have that anymore.
I don't know if that still exists, but I think that's what he's getting at, right?
Right, and
they giant used to make green cream corn, Jolly Green Giant.
Right. And making money, right? Getting cream, you know what I mean? And sweeter than being corny, right? Corny.
Corn.
Get it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool, though, because I think we all kind of fall into that, right? Giant green, making money, right? And we associate you with being corny if you're not about making money, you know, as well. So,
and I think corny sometimes, man, really gets in the way of progression.
Yes, it does. That's a good point.
Even throughout my childhood, I used to look at things, man, and I would just say, "Oh, that's corny." You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, man. I could have probably been a professional soccer player. I was too busy trying to hoop. And shit. Oh, that's corny.
Like soccer is corny.
That's corny. I ain't wearing them high ass shorts. Fuck out of here. That's corny. Everything was corny. Everything was like, I don't want to be looked at as some lame. You know what I'm saying? And it's
all about perception,
right?
Instead of what are you actually doing? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that we call so-called corny that are really successful at doing what they were supposed to do.
Right. So stop worrying. Sometimes you got to stop worrying about what other people think, man, and do what's best for you. I think that mentality sometimes holds people back, man, from pursuing things that aren't necessarily traditional.
That's true.
To black culture, but can be also very lucrative. You know what I'm saying? That can be very lucrative, but they're too worried about what people are going to think about them. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
That's corny.
That's kind of how I'm taking that line as well. And I loved him, and I love when he said, know the difference between being in love and being horny.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's true. There's
super true.
Definitely a difference between lust and love.
Yep.
They say that you can be in lust for years. Yes.
I've been there.
Yeah, I lust you. I love you. I lust you.
No, but I mean, in all honesty, though, man, I think that's any age category. People confuse that a lot.
Yes. I like the Flintstone reference down there as well. He said they make them put their pussies out like Fred Flintstone's house. Heart blacker than the back of Fred Flintstone's mouth. Yeah. Or maybe like Pkwy, you take the Timbo route. So I think that that's dope. Pkwy, I believe, is an educator and activist or something like that. But Fred Flintstone, obviously, in the Flintstones would throw out the cat.
The cat, yeah.
In the cartoon, and the back of his mouth was black, right? But the heart blacker. So I think you're just talking about pimping, the OGs, the pimps, putting pussies out, making women sell themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just, again, Lupe paints, he has his double entendres, his analogies, but he's also painting an underlying deeper picture of what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So man. I love the wisdom in this. Dope writing. Let's finish it up.
If you the man, let me see your fucking hands down. Not the man to keep your motherfucking hands down. Get I'm the man. From the ghetto. Uzdrawia nas, wielki nas, łahi nas, siario, siacio, nas, didi, was, fisu, dudi nas, we will be going back down to the ghetto. You're the man.
You're the man.
You're the man. What's
I love that. Even at the end, man, during the outro, man, he was saying, when we gonna bring God back to the ghetto?
Yeah, man.
But he was reciting the Quran. It looks like as well, a verse from the Quran as well. But that's real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's just certain, principles and morals, man, obviously associated with religion that I feel has been lost. You know what I'm saying?
And I think no matter what religion you are into or you believe in, that there's, like, to your point, there's certain basic principles that are pretty universal. Yeah, absolutely. Right? I mean, lyrically, man, he put on another lyrical clinic again. Dope. And, man, and full disclosure, George, man, other Lupe Fiasco songs that I've heard, man, that's kind of been my crutch with him is I like his songs. I could just jam out to his beat, and I really kind of didn't focus on what he was saying. So I really didn't know your boy was crazy like that. I really didn't, man. I know
and he's from Chicago.
Yeah, he's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
So I know I'm gonna get killed in the comments, but dude, I really
better late than never, though, brother. Better late than never.
That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say. But dude, great song, man. Another, like I said, lyrical clinic, man. Just a great song, dude.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed this, man. I actually like the beat on this. I don't always like Lupe's production. Right. I think that's kind of been his Achilles heel, if I'm going to be honest with you, throughout his career. I just think a lot of his production choices I haven't really enjoyed. He's always going to be an incredible lyricist, but the production is, and just artistically, the sound of the music, I think. Yeah. There's room for improvement. There's always been room for improvement for Lupe, but I enjoyed this because this took me back. This was just a fly. It reminded me he had the Nas cadence. Yep, you know what I'm saying? And I liked the flow, and I liked his approach to this, right? Giving a blueprint, not just for his nephew, but providing sort of a blueprint or just highlighting or painting pictures of what he's seen in his life. And maybe that could serve as sort of a cautionary tale, man, for his nephew and other people that are listening to his music, man, because I think that's what he was saying in here. You know what I'm saying? He talked about, ghetto mythologies colonize my mind constantly. These ghetto principles, these mythologies that we all know. Everyone who's from the hood understands these principles and these sort of distorted, warped views of the way the world works. You know what I mean? He's trying to break it down. He's trying to be the hacker that gives the information to help people elevate, right? That was the whole point, I think, of this song for not only his nephew, but just for everybody, all the listeners. Yep. And I think that's another thing I love about Lupe is that it's deeper than rap. It's bigger than rap. Yes. It's about culture and helping the culture progress. He understands that he's influential. He understands that rap music plays a huge role in sort of the psyche of youth, right? So it's about elevating, helping people elevate rap. Yes. I enjoyed this one and Wave Files, man. So I'm excited about the album. I'm going to take my time. Yep. I'm going to sit with the album, make sure that, I get a good thorough listening before I make my sort of conclusion on what I think of it. But Lupe's incredible. I'm happy to hear that he's on his shit to the highest degree right now. So absolutely. So that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, we have a Patreon channel. If you're interested, the link will be in the description. It will allow you to get early access to our content. That's it. I'm George. This is Ryan, Lost in Vegas. We out.